Hello. Did you like that? I've been messing around with the computer today and the credits and doing titles and things. But I've still to do one for the Baneblade because it's not going to be Baneblade on Sunday. It's going to be something else. But never mind. Anyway, here we are. Wednesday night. Wednesday live with Ted. So yes. Well, I should say Happy New Year, because this is the first Wednesday night of the new year. Yes, it's been a bit of a strange 2020, and it's going to be a strange 2021. But never mind, we're here Wednesday night, and we're back to the Boattank, the kit without a puppy. Oh, never mind. Yes, we're here. Right, what have we got on the bench tonight then? Well, first of all, we've got this. This is a blended whiskey tonight. It's from a gift set that I got for Christmas. It's called Pig's Nose. A blended Scotch whiskey, handmade, small batch, soft and smooth as a pig's nose. Yes, and as Athol says, it contains ice cubes. It's oxo cubes. Yes, it does look like it contains oxo cubes, but these are in fact whiskey stones. The idea is that you get your whiskey, you apply a drop of water until you find it's just right for you, and then without adding any more water to it, such as an ice cube, you can drop these whiskey stones in. These are made from granite. All you do, keep in the freezer, and then instead of adding ice cubes, which will water down your whiskey, you add these. Yeah, as I said, these are granite. You can have them in different materials, such as stainless steel or anything like that. But it's a good way of keeping your whiskey or any other liquid substances cool without diluting it any further. So that's a secret. And pig's nose, yes, it is nice and smooth. It's just got a hint of peatiness in it. It's from Lowland Scotland. It's from the Islay and the Lowlands. So it's a little bit more peatiness, but it is a touch of water and it smooths it up really well. So that's it. Pig's nose. I've never ever seen it before, so it must be available in bigger bottles. But that's it. Yes, that's it. So welcome everybody who's in tonight so far, and I must put it on to live chat rather than top chat, then I'll know everybody is in live as well. So yes, Wendy, I think, yeah, it's changed it around, but we'll go from the top. It's good evening to Wendy. Mayhem Model Works, I think he was in about first. He says Das Land-Wasser-Schlepper Vegunda, ja. Yes, yeah, whatever that is. Yes, good evening. Then it was Fox. Good evening, Fox. Fox is within. Athol. Good evening, Athol. 9001. Nice change of the number. 9001 ostriches. Hello to you. Plastic Monkey is good. And Colin's in. Good evening, Colin. Speedy Q. Athol. Going on down and down and down and down and down and down and down. Poor lines. Lots of people coming in tonight as we've all gone live with the new credits. Were they posh? I've got some end credits as well, but they're coming through. You'll see them before you go. Yeah, do stay for the end credits and the national anthem. Please stand up for the national anthem. It's pretty cute. Bloody freezing, wet and dark and wintry and rude. So I thought, how's yourself? Gaz Wilcox, good evening as well. Yeah, it is. It's wet and horrible, and it's bin night. I must remember to put the bins out before I go to bed, otherwise I'll be in trouble with Mrs H. But well, yes, so I guess we're back to the Land-Wasser, the Boattank. So what are we going to do? Well, since the last time I left you, when I think I'd lost a piece on the floor, and I eventually found it and glued it in. I've gone and put a few more things together because I didn't want to hang around too much tonight doing spraying and things when compressors kick in and you can't hear anything. So I thought I'd go ahead and do a bit of spraying beforehand. So this is a bit what we were up to last time, and you probably can't see it because it's whitening it all out now, but there we are. I'll just turn the contrast down just a touch so it doesn't blot it all out. Let's have a look. Do this for you. Yeah, oh, where's it gone? There we go. Just turn the brightness down just a touch. So yeah, there we go. Doesn't blot it all out. Yeah, I've gone and sprayed the inside white because it says to do that. Then all I've got to do is touch up, do a little bit of painting, and then we can put it all together. But I've also built part of the funnel. I think that's what that is. Part of the steering console, part of a winch. Now it tells me in the instructions to put some rope on this, and I haven't got any, and there's none. I don't think there's any included in the kit. Hang on, excuse me while I make a noise. No, so it appears that not only does it not have a puppy, it doesn't have any rope either. Now, I'm really not going to be too bothered about this because I actually can't see it being seen too much within the body of the vehicle itself. I've also done the inside of the cabin roof that sits on there nicely. Now there's a little bit of overspray, but as it's just a white primer, I'm not too fussed about that. And in fact, as it's a white primer, I'm just going to leave it as a white primer because it's the perfect colour. It's a nice sort of flat white, and once the top's on, and nobody's going to touch or mark inside it, so I'm going to leave it like that. So that's so that's what I'm going to do. It's been night tonight. Yes, it is spread cubes up. Yes. Is it regular bin or recycling? It's both, thankfully. Recycling night as well, because we haven't had the bins collected since Christmas and they are stuffed. I think probably the turkey's in there as well somewhere, or the turkey bones. Yeah, but good. Yeah, but that's that. So that's what I've been doing while you've not been away. Whilst you've been away, in fact, I was doing it this afternoon. Yeah, it was as late in the day as that. Yeah, here's me leave you last week with loads of plans that what I'll do when you've all disappeared and I've said good night. I'll do a bit more spraying, I'll do a bit more work, and yeah, nothing got done until tonight. That's when I decided that I'll do some more credits and make some more credits up with the video editor. But yeah, so gone. Yeah, good evening, Trevor. Yes, correct, there is a mouse on my desk, which is most unprofessional, so I'll move that over there. Yeah, it makes way for the whiskey then. Yep. So we're going to paint. I think before we can put these together, we're going to need to do a little bit of painting on the inside and put some windows in. We've done that, and we need to make 2 of them to go on there, and we can sort of start and do a little bit on this. So yes, and Trevor, before you go, I'm going to do your trucks, and I'm hopefully going to do them online on a video, a live stream extra, so you can see. If you keep an eye out and subscribe, everybody subscribe down here somewhere. If you're not watching on the telly, you'll be able to see when there's an impromptu live stream. And I do plan to come back and do some of Trevor's railway trucks and do some weathering on them and a bit of a chat. So that's what we're going to do. So Speed of Q, what's the turkey bones get recycled into? I don't know. Yeah, yeah. We could have recycled them into soup. There's the cat. Yes, there's the cat. Sarah Jane, hi. Oh, yeah. Everybody can hear the cat now and think I'm being cruel to the cat. That cat has just been a nuisance. Maybe it should, yeah, maybe it's mourning because of chicken bones. Right, what are we going to do? I've lost track now. Right, we can glue this bit on here, and what I've done, because I've sprayed it, and this is quite a big bit, I thought it may need a, excuse me, yeah, it may need a bit of a substantial fixing to the deck. I can't find anything. Oh, these will do. There we are. So what I did, so I could get a decent fixing on this, I just put a bit of masking tape in here. There we go. Right, so yes, we're into the new year. Has anybody got any New Year's resolutions? Because I haven't, because I probably break them already. What are you planning to do with yourself? Oh, look at that. There's a little bit of a gap just under there. But when I mean a gap, there's a little bit that's not been painted. And I can't see the pot. I can't see if that winch is inside the boat. Right, yes, I couldn't work out why that winch was inside the boat, but there is a couple of doors here that could be opened or closed, and I take it the winch cable goes out of there, but I haven't a clue. So all will become clear as we go on. Yeah, and we could put some windows in as well. Right, never mind. Right, we should do that. One thing about this, I was doing it with some primer, and I'd normally use Ultimate Primer, which is good, no problem at all with that. But I have had on my shelf for a long time. I never really used it, and I wondered why I never used it. I had this, and this is AK Surface Primer Waterborne Polymer, and it is awful. It beads up, it's blotchy. I tried to use it like MIG paints, where you just put a dusting coat on and you leave it, and then build it up a thin coat. Didn't work. I've tried it with different pressures, tried it close, tried it far, and it's absolute rubbish. I had a look on eModel's website to see if it was still available, and it's not. Now, whether they haven't got it in stock, but if you're going for a primer, don't go for this one. I now know why it's been left on the shelf, unwanted, unloved. I'll keep it. It might come in for something else, maybe snow effects or something like that, but yeah, I won't be using it as primer anymore. I'll stick with the Styrolex Ultimate Primer type. Yes, but that's it. So yeah, did cause a lot of tears and frustrations this afternoon while I was doing that. Right, let's have a look. In chat, I'm trying to catch up with. I'll try and keep up with chat as usual, but as you know, my eyesight is awful because the chat is all the way over there, and I can't really see it. So especially when I'm building. So right. Yeah, so late. So late to Chris streams. It just caught Ted. Yeah, Chris finished a little bit earlier tonight. He was doing his wooden thing earlier on. It looked pretty good actually. But he might be in chat. He might be around somewhere, or just reclining with another glass of brandy after the bad news of his car today. But never mind. I must admit, I do like this pig nose. Oh, so yeah, Sarah Jane. Chris is in. See Fox late for my stream too. Oh dear. I'm building Mayhem Model Works is building and shelf. I need some shelves in here because I seem to be building all these models and I've just got nowhere to put them. They're just clustering up. They're sort of like cramming onto this. More models cramming onto a never decreasing shelf space. But have we not all chipped in yet to get Ted a tablet for Ted tablet, Ted pad? Yes, yeah, I am monetized, by the way. You may know, yeah, you may have spotted Super Chat. It's down there. Yeah, it's great now that I'm monetized because I'm now saving up for some more super electronics equipment to bring you bigger, better, more professional looking, if it could be ever more professional, but better looking internet chats and things like that. So that's what I'm going to save up for. Thank you to all those that have watched my videos, because every penny helps. But yeah, but don't forget, we've got Super Chat. If you like what you see, yeah, let me know. But don't feel obliged. I know the times are hard for everybody, but yeah, yes. So what I'm planning to do is get another camera like Chris does, because I think that looks very professional. While I'm chatting, I'll get some more paints out. I think that looks quite professional. Just how I see the presenter, then go down to the desk and things like that. Yeah, so Chris isn't talking about the chat. He's probably on to his second bottle of brandy by now. So what will we look for? We'll look for some black. Right, grey-green, that's not black. I seem to have a shortage of black, but there won't be much needed for this. Because all we're going to do is paint the knobs. Paint the knobs. And what we're going to do is try and detail up some of the interior before we glue the top on, and can't get to it again. So a bit of painting, tiny touch of weathering. Once again, it's like most of these models, when you do all the work on the inside, then you put the top on and nobody can see them. Yeah, just try to read the chat at the same time as I'm painting. There's a question. Ted says, if your attic is like mine and has a sloping roof, how do you stop your models falling off the shelf? Blue tack. Yeah, blue tack and sellotape. Yeah, it won't go anywhere. Yep. I guess tanks are not quite like airplanes, where you can hang them from string from the ceiling. So you could super glue them to the ceiling, and at the sloping roofs you get quite a nice effect. You know, you could get the angle of the sloping roof, and you could get tanks stuck. Yeah, yes, you could. So that's the way. I haven't a clue what colour these sticks are meant to be, so I'm just guessing. But I would think this would be black, because it appears to be, these appear to be the track controllers, and the knobs I would think would be there to control the propellers, and that could go there. So we can paint them in there. Where else we? Shelf shrinkage is a problem. It is, Sarah. Yes. Yeah, when you put them up, you think, oh, I've got loads of room there. I could get loads of stuff on that shelf. And then I need another shelf. Yeah, it's just like that. So that's that one done. Now we could do... Had the main tune USS Lexington delivered this evening and made the same mistake as Ted and chopped the barrels off the anti-aircraft guns. Yes, it wasn't just me then. Yes, but you should have known if you'd watched the live stream. I'm sure you'd watch the live stream. Yes, don't chop the barrels off the anti-tank guns, off the anti-aircraft guns. Yeah, we make mistakes, so you don't have to. Now then, there's lots and lots of dials in here. And once again, I don't think that for an instant they're going to be seen. But I shall do my best to paint them. There, yeah, they won't focus because I've taken the autofocus off, but it's in there. Yeah. Sorry, sticking tongues out. Athol's been busy since Christmas and have made his new wolves. Remember the new wolves, so have 50 minis and models to paint. That'll keep it going. Yep. Spade says, has it been an exhausting topic, Chris? Yeah, clever. Well done. Yeah. Hi all, finally done airbrushing, says Edward. Good evening. Goofing after watching somebody already goof is worthy of an honorary learning event. Yes, good. Put a lip on the shelf like a boat table. There isn't a boat table. Otherwise I would have to put a lip on the shelf. When I built Furnace Abbey, that had a table in it. And yes, even the table had a lip on it because it was scratch built and I built it and I like detail. But all tables on boats have lips on them, so your drink doesn't slide off. But they have little gaps cut in the lips, so that when you're sick, it runs off onto your knees. Sorry, just a moment of concentration as I try to do a list. I think what I'll do then is come back and go across, dry brush the edges of the dials with like a brass, and that should even out the overpaint and bling them up a little bit, make it because the dials are recessed. I'm trying to get round the recess itself, otherwise it doesn't look, they don't look round, they look sort of weird shapes. Just another one, another one, yeah. I should really have thought ahead and actually just dropped some oils into this, done it like a wash. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll leave that. Yeah, it's getting there. Use bungee cord attached to the tankles. Yeah, you can put it on they can bounce up down. Which part of the build do I have to do the Land-Wasser-Schlepper tug? Yeah, I don't know. Schlepper. What does schlepper mean? Does anybody tell me what schlepper means? Fox finds Citadel Noodling Oil shade a great way to fill in the reeser type things. Yes, I should have thought ahead. That's what I did think of doing earlier. I think it totally slipped my mind. I was just going to make up a wash and then just drop a drop in to fill the recess, and it would have given it a glossy coat too. Glossy coat, yeah. For vitality and glossy coats, Noodling oil. I need some water. Noodling oil for all your pet needs. Glossy coats, guaranteed glossy coats. Schlepper loosely means haulier. Yeah, it does. I thought it was like toga, something like that. But it does have a towing eye to go on the back of the wheelhouse. It's, yeah, so I guess that's the haulier. But I can't understand why it has a winch in the middle of the boat that would come out the roof. All might become clear as we continue with the build. Now we need some leather. We'll use a German Cam medium brown just to do these little bits in here that we should have done a long time ago. Yeah, shake it up a bit more. Yeah, shake it up a bit more. Take that out of there. That's about all we need. So who out of you lot in chat that's in the UK anyway is all furloughed and unable to go to work, so we can have some more time at the bench, or our significant other finding lots for us to do and keeping us away from the bench? We now have approximately, here in the UK, I think about 6 weeks lockdown. So have you plans for it? Any projects to do? Yeah, suggestions coming in about the winch. It could lift the boat out of the water if the track's fouled up, Yeah, it's a hand winch. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe somebody out there could let us know or have an idea. They seem to be what I'm painting now. Seem to be sort of small equipment bags. It says to paint them in leather, so I'm assuming maybe they're I have no idea. Whole charts? No, something like this will have charts in it. Wouldn't be going far enough. I think you should, Sarah says, I think you should put seats in and that, painted up like those amphibious trucks that you see around the beach for pleasure rides. I wouldn't be surprised if there was more of them produced. I would think they'd have probably been around like the ducks are. The American type landing craft. I think they're giving pleasure rides on the Thames, and some seaside resorts have them. You could go on the Land-Wasser-Schlepper for a ride down a beach in Germany. When you paint it like this, you immediately realise that you should have painted them before you glued them on. But never mind. Too many loopholes for us in the UK to be locked down. I was on the first time, but not this time. Yeah. I was hoping that with this, if we weren't going to have a lockdown, I had lots planned. Not just in the way of modelling, but I was planning to do some walking again in the fells. But that's not going to happen either. Probably by the time we're allowed back in the fells, all the snow will have gone. So I'll have to wait for next year. Oops. Not quite the same as painting minis and things like that, but yeah, it's still as intricate, and I still have to go across and retouch up some of this because I've gone over the lines. Oh. Sarah, have I got the dog to go with it yet? I haven't yet, no. I just haven't got round to it. But I will. It will have a dog, and it will have a crew. Where's the box lid? And it will have a crew as portrayed on the box art. I might have to build his life jacket. He hasn't got one on. But yeah, the puppy. It's going to have a puppy. I do intend to have a puppy. Right, if that done, oh, that's that done. That's that done. A little bit of paint to go on there. Oops, mind I thought I was planning to get a V70 Volvo and outfit as a camper car. That way in summer I can go and save on hotels. I had a V70, a Volvo V70. It was one of the best cars I had. It was amazing. We got it primarily for towing the caravan, but it was the T5 version. I think it was a little over 2.5 litres, and it went like the proverbial off a shovel when it didn't have the caravan on. And even when it did have the caravan on, it used to go like the proverbial off a shovel. It was amazing. Oh, I'm going to do this. Yeah, fantastic cars. Bags of room inside them. Comfort, electric heated seats. Leather seating or leather upholstery all round. It was a brilliant workhorse. I got it because I reckoned that the police had them, and they could blast up and down the motorway fully loaded at tremendous speeds. And I thought, if they could do that, I could certainly do the same with a caravan on the back. Not go up and down the motorway at horrendous speeds, but it would be quite capable of towing a caravan. So yeah, it was a beautiful car. Sarah had a Mark 1 Astra Estate, a double mattress fitted perfectly in it. Great for just driving out and sleeping anywhere. Brilliant. Yeah, bit of wild camping. Can't beat it. Now, I'm going to attempt to dry brush this. It may work, it may not. If it doesn't work, I think a blast over with the white paint will bring it all back to normal. Maybe just took too much paint off there. So just trying to apply some dry brushing of the bezel, working from the inside out. No, it's not really working. The T5 was a brilliant car, and I can put a double bed in the back plus a fridge and a cooker. Yes, you can. They're cavernous, huge. Put the seats down. Mine was a 7-seater, so you had driver, passenger, 3 seats in the back, and then in the boot area you lifted a little flap up, and there was another double seat in there for kids, and they loved it. Skylar at the time, she was just little, so she was big enough to go in it. She used to love sitting in there, waving at other people behind us. They must have thought it was cruel keeping your kids in the boot, but never mind. I think the ex-police ones were as cheap as chips till the dealers cottoned on. Ex-police cars are high mileage cars. I know that when I left, they were sort of lease cars. They leased them, they didn't own them anymore. But if you get hold of an ex-police car, it might have 1 million miles on it. But especially the traffic cars, it might have 1 million miles on it, but the service so regular. And if they come into the garage and one of the brake discs is a little bit worn, it wasn't just a matter of replacing that brake disc, to do all 4. So that's how they looked after them. So yeah, this isn't really working. I think what I'll do, I'll just quickly dry brush them and then go around the outsides with the white paint again. Never mind. This is what live streaming is all about. These are the bits that you don't see when we make the videos. There will be another video coming out of the Titanic as well. Hopefully, if not at the end of this week, certainly hopefully the beginning of next. Can't see it, but it does work. Pete Rogers has an ex-police Vauxhall Astra and a Land Rover 110. Yeah, I bet you find it probably rough around the edges. Like you'll find the upholsteries often torn, things like that, or scratches in the dashboard. But mechanically, they'll be sound. Right, we'll leave that a little bit to dry. In the meantime, what else can we do? Ah, yes. We could put the glass in the windows. We could do a bit of glazing. We'll leave them to dry out the way over here. Back damn shelf says, yeah, did it fall down? Did you put your things on it? It fell over. Right, there we go. So what else? Right, we need some noise as we look for some more bits in here. Now, if you're really professional, I would prepare everything earlier and there wouldn't be any noise. But I don't know if you can see. Can you see here how that white primer has sort of blotchy? Now, it's not a fault of the plastic. It's not oily or anything like that. It's not been put on too heavy, but it just goes. Yeah, I won't be using it. But it did a base, and then I went over it with the Styrylase, the Ultimate Primer, and it we're good to go. Right, number 8. Right, we're going to need some of this. We're back to our glue and glaze again. We've seen this before. We're back to our really fine nozzle. That's this bit. No car radio in the Land Rover, but it still has a switch panel and a prisoner cell in the back. Brilliant, yeah, good for keeping the dogs in. You find a lot of police cars now are also silver, because they believe that silver cars have a better resale value than the white ones. But yeah, sometimes the cars will come with extras and things on them, but yeah, for some reason they always took the radios out of them, so you couldn't listen to Radio 2 or whatever station you want to listen to on an evening. Let's get the nozzles blocked. Instead of using the window, gluing the windows using glue, use canopy glue as it does not fog up. No, this is glue and glaze. It is for canopies. It's not super glue. That's stuck to the bench over there, I think. No, it's not super glue. It's glue and glaze, and it's brilliant. It's good stuff. It's also good. I've found it good for gluing photo etch as well. It's just that this tiny nozzle here has a problem with gumming up, and I should have something around here to unblock it, but I can't find it. They might do. I've got some sewing needles here, but they're too thick. We'll drop the nozzle now. My Astra Silver X-Met Place. Yeah. Yeah, days of old. Yeah, it used to be white police cars. Never find anything when you want it. There we go. I think we're off. We're up and running. Use lighter to unblock the glue tube. No, it's plastic. Yeah, if it was Revell contact or anything like that with the metal tube, that would work. Using a lighter to burn it out, but this is plastic. It won't do it. It's just, it'd go in a minute. It'd go and it'd be far too much. That's an official sound, that. I think we've ungummed it. There we go. Yes. Right. Here we go again. A friend of mine had an ex-police Astra after a while. Yes. Fox had a friend whose Astra had clearly been in a crash. It happened early on in my service when we were driving around in metros. Remember the Metro? God, they were an awful car. And we used to complain each week. What would happen is we'd do the weekly checks on them. We'd do the mileage, and we were allocated so many miles that you could do in a car each week, and any faults that you found, had to be recorded. And we used to complain constantly about this Metro and it not steering right. If you know anything about cars, you'll know that they were front wheel drive, gearbox and everything was in the front, and we used to complain that it wasn't right, and the sergeant would take it out and he'd drive it around the block and come back and say, nothing wrong with that. So yeah, fair enough. So this went on for a couple of months until it was due its service. Its service came up, and it went to the garage. We got a phone call not long after it arrived, immediately condemning it, taking it off the road as unsafe and unfit to drive. So, see, Sarge, we told you. And the garage had discovered the whole engine and gearbox was off its mounts. Somebody had obviously been off-roading in it, bottomed it, ripped all the engine mounts out, and of course the gearbox attached to the engine, it was just hanging there. So yeah, see, we said yeah, there was something wrong with it, Sarge. So we never saw that one again. The car, yeah, that was when I joined. We had metros. We didn't have them Battenberged up or anything like that as they are now. It was just a blue metro with the word police written on a sign on top of the car. If that's a car, there was a little triangular sign with police on it on the front, and on the back it had police, and underneath it was stop in red in a red light that you had to switch on. But to switch it on, you had to drive in front of them first and then illuminate the stop sign. Yeah, it was all, yeah, that's how, yeah, the technology. So if you couldn't get past them, you couldn't tell them to stop. And then we were allowed to have two tones. Oh, this is awful. Sorry, I'm talking, trying to do two things at once. PVA is just as good. That, I think that's what this is. It's probably just a version of PVA. At the moment, it's just not letting me stick these in. But it does dry clear. I'll try and do this the other way around. It dries really clear without fogging your windows. And unlike me, I've just put thumbprints on them, so let's clean it all off. British leather cars were all very dodgy. Yes, they were. Being Metro, of course, it wasn't right. Yes, Metro, it was an awful car to drive. Living in the 90s, it was a constant round of driving past all Metros with snapped front axles. Yes, it was awful. And they only had two doors, so if you got a prisoner, you had to get them in the back. Excuse me, would you mind getting in the back? Yeah, all right. But yeah, they were. Before that, prior to that, I just remember the Mini as a Panda car. Minis were brilliant though. Yeah. Did everyone get excited when you went from Ninos to two tones? Yes, we got excited when we had flashing lights that actually worked. Because often what would happen was, especially in the winter when they froze, you rotating your beacon, your blue light on the top wasn't a flasher like it is now. It wasn't a strobe. It was a static light, and the mirror used to circle it. So you turn it on, your light would come on, and then your mirror would circle around, giving it a flash type effect. And what used to happen, especially in winter, they would freeze. So you would be driving along and you'd put your light on. You knew it wasn't working because it would just shudder. And you could see yourself, it would just be a blue light on the top, and you could see yourself as you went past the shop windows that your light wasn't working. So you had to bang the roof and try and loosen it and get it flashing again, and it would sort of go around slowly. Pete Rogers, I've met Morris Minor in a full livery. That's brilliant. I've probably seen it. If you've ever put that picture, yeah, send us a picture. Put a picture on Skipper Scale Models. I'd love to see that. Yeah, there were. Is it the Panda, the baby blue, and white? Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Ted had the deluxe Metro. If it had an engine, most were pedal power. Yes, they were about 1300s, something like that. Were they 1100, 1300? That was about as fast. Yeah, they didn't go very fast. They certainly weren't a pursuit vehicle. Yeah, I found the best way to do this is to actually put the glue onto the glass. I think to go in without thumbprints. Try to clear, as he says, try to clean the thumbprint off this one. There we go. Sarah says there's someone who has a Moggy Minor for classic car racing, has it marked up with police markings. Yeah, they were ruled cars. Yeah. And the T2000s, were they the Rovers? T2000s, the ones you see on the Sweeney. Would a wax pen be better for placing those windows? They probably would, Sarah, and I've got one just there within an arm's reach. But yeah, I'll get it. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll try another one. I would try Sarah's idea. Let's get a wax pencil. Amazing. Well, thank you, Sarah. Good idea. Yeah, I just need to sharpen this pencil now just to get some fresh wax on it. Clean off the excess. Sharpen the pencil. Just sharpen the pencil. See, thanks for watching, Sarah. Yeah, been a big help. Yes. Right, next one, glue glaze. Ted the Sweeney used Granadas. Did, yeah, and Jaguars. I think that there is a lot. Some of the old police series, they were driving the Rovers. Was it maybe the Professionals or something? Because it seems ages ago, but it's not really. Oh yeah, crikey, yeah, perhaps it was ages ago. I'm showing my age now. Yeah, look how these windows are going in now. Thanks, Sarah. Fresh wax. Wax on, wax off. Is that what it said? Is it? Who's that? Wax. Never mind. That one. Oh, we're flying now. Look at that, a windows professionally fitted without finger marks with a wax pencil. The professional drove Capris and a Hunter. Yes, the Capri S, wasn't it? I think that's what those guys drove, the Capri S. I was going back to the Sweeney. You could always tell, as I say, you could always tell when there was going to be a car chase because they used to drive old cars. Because there wasn't a car chase every week. I think perhaps it was because they were skint, you know, or they couldn't find the right car in the scrapyard. But whenever the bad guys were driving old cars, you knew that there was going to be a chase, and that's all you watched the Sweeney for, was the car chases. And after a bit of rough and tumble, the boys in blue always won, and a patrol car would turn up with the guys in uniform and cart all the bad boys off, while the Sweeney went down the pub. And that, my friends, is how you put windows in the Landwasser, the Boattank. Now we've just got the big windows to do. We've done the round windows. Let's look through the square windows. BMW M5s in Hampshire for chasing sailors on leave. Favourite police car of all time has to be the Blue Rover. Oh, the wedge shape. Yes, that was a superb shape. The V8, the 3.5 litre. Imagine that. You must have had to stand in the engine bay pouring fuel into the carburetors. It must have drank fuel. Yeah, but yeah, the Met had some. I know the Diplomatic Corps had some in red, but they were fantastic. They were a lovely shape. 3.5 litres. Yeah. In the Sweeney, the villains had Jags or Mark 1 Transits. Yeah, if you weren't a rock band, you were a villain. If you drove a Transit, if you drove a knackered old tranny, you were a villain, or a rock group. Right, these windows go on the outside. So it says C1 both sides. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, I get you. So daughter drove a Capri S with a modded engine, while Carlo was chauffeured around in a Hillman Hunter with his telephone. Yes, yeah, our first mobile telephone. Yeah, chauffeured around a Hilmer Hunter replaced by a Morris Oxford, also modded. San Marino police use Lambo Countach and Diablos. That's showing off in it. Yeah, Model Works is still fighting with his shelf. Yeah, maybe you need a wax pencil. That's the way to go. In Florida, the police cars are Dodge Chargers with Henry engines. I know that at times, in my time in the job, certainly in the late 80s, early 90s, the Cosworth, the Sierra Cosworth, was vehicle of choice for car thieves, and to combat that, the police went out and bought Cosworths, and some of them were for racing Cosworths because they had the insides stripped out, you know, like rally cars. There was no carpets, checker plate, footwells, and very little equipment in them. Usually only put them out on night shift, just purely for trying to keep up with Cosworth thieves. Yeah, I think they were the most stolen car. Why do police chases always include at least 6 cop cars? Yeah, the whole tactics of police chases have evolved over the past few years, and it's now more tactical and safer. They choose the right place and where they even choose when and when they can't chase.
You split it downstairs.
But it's been, yeah, I know you see it on police camera action, but I think really these days car chases are just becoming a thing of the past. Cosworth's also the most written off car because boy racers and insurance companies wouldn't touch them. Yeah, I think if you were a young boy racer in your 20s and you wanted a Cosworth, yeah, you wouldn't be able to find anybody to insure you, and if they did, yeah, the insurance is probably worth more than the car. Excuse me, yeah, hiccups. It's not the whiskey, by the way. Yeah, it really is nice, that. Some said the flying squad used to drive around back in the day in Crosleys. Yeah, maybe I said an interesting thought there about where the bill came from. I don't know whether that's right or wrong. Oh, right, I've lost that bit. There we go. That bit goes in there. So we're on to the final home stretch of gluing these bits in. And just with the edge of a toothpick, just any overspill of the glue, just take it off. It's really handy having this extra fine tip on your glue and glaze. If you do ever buy a bottle of this, it comes attached, don't lose it, it's invaluable. Just have to keep unclogging it. There we go. 200 Cosworth would cost an 18-year-old about 10 grand, hence why they preferred Golf GTIs at mere 5,000. Yeah, I think that was the days of the hot hatch, wasn't it? Even Renault had the GT5, was it GT5? And then he had the that one, it was named after a racing driver, wasn't it? I can't remember. I'm not really a petrol head, but just have I do know one or two cars that used to be about on the roads. And we used to try our best to chase something in a Sherpa van. There's going to be some masking when it comes to painting there, Ted. Yes, there is. But they provide masking masking stickers for your masking. Yeah, that's what it goes on. I just wonder if there's enough. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, there is. There's enough Yep. Window masks to go in there. That's why I'm putting them on first. Otherwise, I would have sprayed it all and then put the windows in. Because I think what will happen is it will all go together, and then we could spray the whole lot.
See you soon.
I bet they had a bear in the air just to keep pace with our anti. We didn't have aircraft in those days. The nearest that the Cumbria police got to air support was they had a fixed winged aeroplane. I'm not sure of the type, but it was one of these that had an engine at each end. So you had a pulling engine and a pushing engine, propeller, the propellers, and it would fly around. It was fixed winged. You could hear it from miles and miles away. And unlike a helicopter that would keep pace with you, this thing, it was either too slow to keep up with us, or it was too fast. So it would if we were doing something on the ground, like a search or something, this airplane would come in, you'd hear it brrr, and it would say brrr, there's nothing in the park, we're just going round again, we'll turn round and come back, and it would go off brrr, and then it would come back brrr, yeah, the cats still can't see anything, we'll be back in a minute, and it would go and it would go up and down all day. And yeah, and then it would, yeah, can we have air support please, we've got a chase going on the motorway coming up to junction 36. So this yes, air support attending. Yeah, we've passed 36, we're now at junction 37. Yes, yeah, I'm just coming up to 36 now, I'm trying to get there. Yeah, we're now at 38. Yeah, I'm not at 37 yet. I'll forget it, never mind. Yeah, we've left the motorway. Yeah, but we would have the only air support with a fixed wing, and all there was a policeman sat in it with a pair of binoculars. So that's it. Cessna 272s used in Vietnam. That's them. Yes. It flew out of Carlisle Airport. So yeah, used to call for air support. Can yeah. You get on the phone. Hello, can I? Yeah, we're doing a job this afternoon. Can I have some air support, please? Yeah. What's the weather like? What do you mean? Yeah. What? Yeah. What's the weather like outside? Well, it's sunny. Right. How high is the cloud base? Yeah. It's in the sky. Yeah. How high is it? Well, I don't know. It's high. Or we would need to know before we can come out. Yeah, can you not just come and have a look, and if it's too low, go back? You know, it's a nice bright sunny day. Or well, we'll come and have a look, but we might not be there for an hour with just fueling up. Right, forget it, never mind. Yeah, so that was it. Yeah, whatever it was a Cessna, and it had an engine at the front and an engine at the back, and a policeman with a pair of binoculars. So that was it. Right, some more gluing of the windows. I think the glue's... No, there we go, back again. Yeah, we'll get these done. I thought I would. I might be able to get round and do a little bit of painting, just to touch up some of the detail before we finish for the night. Yeah, I'm sure we will. There's only another window to go in here, then we can let these set. I thought these would be quite recessed, but they're not. They the glass, the perspex, is quite thin and does tend to fill the recesses, so they're not as recessed as I thought they would be. Oops, coming out. And finally, I got the police chopper over here a lot. I wish they get a quieter one. Blooming thing just sits there and hovers, trying out. They do. That's what they're for. Let's go and annoy them over there. 337s were modified with the Pratt & Whitney engines, but see the information for you. Information all the time here on the Super Scale Models live stream video. Sounds like a right lazy lot. Yeah, I just think, yeah. Can we have air support? Well, I don't really want to get the plane out of the garage now. Do we have? We've just put it away, and we've polished it. Don't want to get it dirty now. Still, I couldn't get on air support. It would have been a nice easy job. I couldn't get on air support, but I got the best job in the force. That was on the police marine unit. That was worlds of fun. Much better than being up there in the sky, just going round and round in circles. Yes. Yeah, I was skipper of the police marine unit. It was great fun. Right, I think we have now got all the windows in. Are there windows at the top? No, they're not. So we won't do any more on the upperworks at the moment. We'll come back to this and we'll put that to one side now, and we can have a look at this. I think we can touch up now. When you when you've just shook the bottle, do not take the top off and then shake it again. I've got paint everywhere. Right, let's see if we can touch up some of these touching up bits. Pulling decomposing stiffs out of the water. Yeah, well, I think that was actually one of my last ever jobs on the boat unit before I retired. Not the nicest of things to do, but it was a case of returning somebody to his family. Rather than them not knowing where he was. Ah yes, a little bit of touch up paint on here just to kill the bits where I've missed, and it does bring it, it's bringing it up, it's bringing it to life. Once again, this is probably not even going to be seen. Certainly the detail in here won't be. You could, if you wanted to, spend a little more time and paint the dials in, but those days are gone now. Oh, these bits in here. What I wanted to do in this was get the painting done and then do some light weathering inside, rather than just leaving it the bland one colour white, was sort of do some dry brushing on the checker plate, give it like a bit of a worn off type look. Do some scratches and things. Yeah, just not much, not a lot, just to give it a bit of a different look inside. If somebody should look through the windows, whoever will ever look through the windows, I've no idea. Right, I think we're getting on about there now. Right, where are we at? Let's seems to be everyone is having a night off. It's all down to a set few. Sarah Jane, skipper scale model. Swinging pigs. My curries have to be at least Madras. I had a curry for tea tonight. Yeah, I didn't do that. Belly and bench. Yeah, feel free to do that. Belly and bench tonight. What's in the belly and what's on the bench? Mine was a curry tonight. I think it was a Madras. I do like a nice spicy curry. Something with a bit of flavouring. I can't stand anything too hot. Vindaloo says that all. It's best if there's not eaten. The sauce can peel paint off window frames. Yeah, Vindaloo really too hot. I don't understand the reasoning behind it. If it's too hot to eat, what's the fun in that? Right, now this goes that way around. This is part of the funnel, I would think, but for the life of me I can't understand why the front's open like that, because I've just realised we're going to have to paint inside here, because the airbrush didn't get in there, so we'll have to do it by hand. Which I've got plenty of paint. I like a nice lamb biryani or buna with chicken tikka. I like the onion bhajis in an Indian restaurant. Yeah. And the chickpea. You know, the chickpea that comes as a side. Now, as this is white, it's going to take a couple of coats to make it look anything decent. Sorry, I was a little bit out of shot there because I was trying to get close. prefer Chinese curries, says Athel. One curry I do like. I'm not a big fan of curries. Sorry, I'm not a big fan of Chinese food meals. Certainly from the takeaway, they never seem to be exciting enough. But there's recently been a Thai takeaway open up in town, which I'm sure that for many of you living in the metropolises it'd be quite surprising. But yeah, it was only ever Indian takeaways and Chinese takeaways in the town, but since this Thai takeaway has opened up, yes, I do like Thai food. And I like the curries that they do as well. I like Thai red curry. Yes, the Thai curries are good. The green and the red. And the place actually hasn't been open long enough yet for me to work my way through the menu to find out what I do and don't like. That's that one done. That's that one done. I need a little bit of paint on here now that everybody's going to see it. And a bit in there. Yeah, I just don't understand why this vent is hollow. It's obviously a funnel. Still, do as I'm told. Ted, try Nepalese curries if you have a shop nearby. No, we've no chance. Not a chance of a Nepalese curry around here. As they are hot to wimpy below for Regit. Yeah. No chance. We've only just got a Thai, so yeah. No chance of anything else. Now I want some extra thin because I can actually glue something together. I don't know if I've glued anything tonight, have I? Has it all been about painting tonight? I can't remember. Have I glued anything apart from the windows? Yeah. And what else? I don't want to glue that bit on there just yet. But that goes in there like that. I didn't realise that was a time. Yes. Maybe it goes through the roof. It does go through the roof. It goes in there like that. It sort of fits on there like that, sort of. Like that. You can see in. but yeah, there we go. That's done. Yes, I have just realised the time. It's 22:37, and it's about time. I think I could call it a night. I did get quite on as far as I thought I would with this tonight, but we've glued some windows in, and thanks to a very good idea from somebody in chat about using a wax pencil, Sarah. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Yeah, it was just over there. I didn't think of using it, but yeah, we've got the windows glued in with no fingerprints. Brilliant. We've got bits and pieces painted. They've touched up. We've had a good chat tonight. I've enjoyed the chat. Thank you very much. But I think for now we can call it a night. I must now try and clean the glue out of this before next time, and then I can use it straight away. But thank you again. If you did like the show tonight, thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget, if you support us, if you want, there's super chat down there as well. I'll try and put in anything I've raised, anything that comes through monetization, put it back into the system and bring you a better content in the future. But anyway, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'll be back on Sunday with it won't be Baneblade, it'll be the Hydra. I think I'll be sort of getting that finished off and starting some painting on that, because I think really I've done as much on the Baneblade as I can. But keep a lookout on the Skipper Scale models. Go across there if you haven't already liked and subscribed to that on Facebook, because there are one or two announcements that I'll be making in the future anyway. But anyway, thanks a lot for coming along and joining in tonight. Kept me company while I've been building the the Boattank. I forget what it is, but anyway, thank you very much, and we'll see you all next week, Wednesday. There may be something else coming up at the weekend to be announced, but like and subscribe and tick the bell box for notifications. Could be something nice and relaxing, bit of a chat, and we'll see what happens at the weekend anyway. But in the meantime, I'll go finish my pig's nose, and we'll see you all next week. Thanks for everything, and we'll see you again. Right, where's my little mouse clicker gone? There it is. There we go. Good night, everybody. Bye.